Does see one go across. That wall run's going to help that player get away from Lakey there, but Lakey still goes down as two players contest around at the same time. A little bit of a comeback here, 183 to 64. A few points have gone over to the Does Play All-Stars as they're trying to get kills, and Excite gets a three-piece there with the gravity spikes coming in big to hold that hard point for his team. Player comes from behind though. He's going to go down. Brownie now just trying to find these kills with the Vesper. Has been a very, very strong pick for a lot of players here in the SMG class. The VMP, it was one of the only ones not to get a nerf in the recent patch. Razorback actually got buffed, but Vesper hasn't been touched. Been very, very strong, so we'll see if that continues for Brownies. He's looking to go back towards this mid side because he knows he can't push out that door because there will be players watching it left, right, and center. Brownie just checking this window, looking to go straight in and getting some capture time with the hip fire. Going to take down Varenzon there. 4 down momentarily there for his team, and they are going to be able to hold onto this hill. Big comebacks inbound. Brownie's going to be able to take a kill and get his lightning strike up and ready. Excite's going to find one, looking for the second, gets Beaston as well. Going to go for the pistol shot, gets Jarzin as well before going down, but big kills there by Excite, breaking into that hill. 203 to 98. As I said before, we've only taken a minute 50 off the 5-minute clock at the moment, so definitely still a chance to come back. If you can hold consecutive hard points in a row, there's no reason you can't come back from a scoreline like this here in Black Ops 3. We'll jump on board with Lakey now, 18 and 22. He's got the XR2 out yet again. He's got the Scythe ready to go, but deciding against using it at the moment. Going to go around the long side so he can try and get some long-range burst fire kills. There is going to be a player in the corner, though. That was Beeson that got that one, and now we'll see some Scythe action here from Lakey. We'll be able to take down Jarzin. Going to turn around, knows there's going to be players contesting, just going to spray it around, get some tags, but no kills there with that one. Brownie now with the War Machine. A lot of shots going out. Doesn't connect with any. Goes down in the end. Excite now 26 and 24. Can he break into this hard point? There is going to be a player along. We'll be able to take down one. 3 players down from the other team. And they should be able to hold on to a little bit of time here for them at the moment. Goes round, finds one. There's a second one there. Can't quite get the kill. As Brownie on the other end of the hill looking for kills. Can't quite get it. We'll jump on board now with Darkness Prevails. They're only 19 points away from winning this one. Still plenty of time for them to do it. Plenty of rotations left as Brendan looking for the shot. Can't quite connect. He's going to have to back off that gunfight with the Vesper. A lot of players been using that, as I was saying before. He's going to be able to take down the Lakey. Nice work. Medium range gunfights. Definitely the Vesper's specialty there for that one. So looking for more kills around this middle hard point. Currently not held by anyone. As both teams looking to try and get in there. Varenzon's going to get the 2-piece. Those L-Cars as his secondary doing a heap of work as he gets a 3-piece there, but before going down, he's going to come back off spawn. Spawn very close to the hill as Scrism's going to take the mana wall, looking for these kills. Does get a lot of tags as his teammates are just going to clean up around the hill, finish it up, and get that 250 to 131 victory here. Darkness Prevails. A very strong first map here in the Does Play Showcase match here. The first stream for Black Ops 3 for us here at Does Play, and
get back to boot camp.
A pretty interesting map overall from both teams. We see Varenzon there, top scoring with Beaston and Jarzin, both second and third. So a big game from all of them. 30 kills coming out of Excite, but 30 and 30 is not going to help your team out a great deal when all your teammates are just struggling to get those kills. But it was a very, very interesting match there to start off with. We will go to a quick break before our second map, and we'll be straight back into the action right after this.
but you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in to the second map in terms of specialist drafts, and we're going to get straight into it and see what players are going to pick up. They've already done their bans and protects, and we'll see exactly how they go about picking up those specialists, as we'll see Lakey take the Scythe as he did last game. Jarzen with the Annihilator, no change there. Scrism the War Machine as well. Brownie did get the War Machine last time, looks to go Psychosis this time, so looking to make some clones of himself here in Capture the Flag on Evac, which will be this next map. Beaston also going for that Scythe, so one Scythe on either team. So far the rest have been fairly unique. Excite going for the Annihilator as well, so we've got a Scythe and an Annihilator on either team. A War Machine for Scrism, Psychosis on both teams. Renzon and Brownie going head to head there for that one. And we'll see whether Azzy will pick the War Machine and make it the same. No, he's going to go with the Hive there on the Nomad class. So all the players that will get to choose up their classes and make sure that everything is right from those ban and protects that unfortunately we just missed out on seeing just before. But still, it will be an interesting game. Capture the Flag on Evac. I've only played Capture the Flag myself once. It was on this map. It is very interesting how the spawns are completely different to what we obviously saw at the start of Advanced Warfare, where you get the 4 down and then as you're pushing back across the map, the other team spawns halfway up because you're in their base. It's a little bit less like that. The flags are a little bit more in corners rather than at ends of the map, and that means that if you're pushed up on one team's flag, they actually spawn in the opposite corner, but that's still far enough away from your flag that you don't have to get another 4 down to get your flag back to the middle, which I think works a lot better in terms of the spawns. And it'll be interesting to see how both of these teams are going to play that one, whether they can get some spawn traps happening. I don't believe a lot of these players have played a lot of Capture the Flag themselves. Only was introduced to arena play a couple of days ago, if not yesterday. So not a lot of experience with it. It's not 100% whether Capture the Flag is going to be in the competitive rule set for the year, but it has been added to arena play, which does suggest that it will be in the competitive rule set. Obviously, we've got Uplink, we've got Search and Destroy as well. So all of these game types, it's going to be very interesting to see which ones get in, which ones don't. Editing score streaks, all the players making sure that they do have 3 score streaks, that none of the score streaks they have equipped are banned. We're going to get into the game yet again. For those who don't know, it is the Does Play All-Stars, Excite, Brownie, Lakey, and Azzy, up against Darkness Prevails, Jarzen, Scrism, Varenzon, and Beaston. And it will be an interesting match to see whether the Does Play All-Stars can come back, because it was 250 to 131 there in that hard point. In fact, it was about 200 to about 30 at one stage, and then there was a fairly big comeback. They came back about 100 points consecutively, and then they just couldn't quite keep the momentum going, and Darkness Prevails were able to take that map. So we'll jump straight into it and see how these teams are going to go in this one. We're jumping on board with Beaston. We'll have a look at what he's got out. He's got the M8. First time we've seen that so far. We'll be able to pick up the first kill of the game. RK5 as his secondary. He's got Afterburner, Fast Hands, and Blast Suppressor as his 3 perks, as well as Primary Gunfighter to allow him to have more attachments there on that gun. So we will jump on board now with Scrism. A 5-second respawn timer here in Capture the Flag. Unfortunately, the scoreboard is backwards, so we'll just flip that one back to the right side, and we'll see how both teams are going to go with this. Schism looking for that kill to get taken down. A few M8s coming out here for the teams, as we'll see what Verenzon can do. Trying to push across, and Lakey just sitting back. Gets the headshot, but gets taken down by Jarzen now, who's also pushing up. That M8 very strong, gets a couple of kills. He's going to grab that flag, and he's going to be able to push away as the players still spawning back in their base. So that's what I was talking about. As you can see on the minimap, the players from Does Play All-Stars, they spawned a long way back after Jarzen took their flag because his teammates were set up correctly, forced them back into their spawn. There's one player left there, but they're going to be able to take him down. That was Brownie. They did get the cap before he went down, but that was a 3 down, so here comes the counter cap. It looks like it is going to be as I try and find who it is. I believe it's going to be Lakey. He's got the flag in hand. Let's see what he can do as he's moving across the map, trying to find some kills, or at least trying to find his way to the base. He does have the XR2, sorry, the M8 in hand. We'll be able to find one. Looking for the second one, trying to get around the corner as there is barrels there, but his teammate Excite going to be able to take down that kill. Both teams have each other's flag. Brownie is in hot pursuit with that VMP long barrel. Let's see what he can do. Tries to turn, get some tags. Not going to be able to get the kill though, as Excite also chasing this one up. He's got the Vespa, not the VMP, so a lot of a bit of variety so far in the SMGs. No Razorback, no Kuda as of yet, which is interesting to see. Excite trying to find that player. We'll be able to find one. There is going to be a player back there, but Verenzon nicely pushed up. Got that kill, and I believe we'll be able to get another capture. Does so, and now has Psychosis as well to use if he does grab another flag, so he can confuse the players as to which way his flag's going. Verenzon's going to take down Azzy before getting dropped by Excite. Let's jump over towards Excite and see exactly what he's going to be able to do. Did he see that player inside? Didn't seem like he did, and Schism's going to be able to take down one, just waiting back on his flag. His teammates are going to push up. Lakey going to get the two-piece on Jarzen and Beast, and nice work there to save his flag. And both teams just playing a little bit defensively. One player sitting right back, not really knowing how to control spawns just yet here on this map. For those who don't know, we'll be 5 minutes each side here on Capture the Flag. So Excite going to be able to push up, take one down. Jarzen took down Azzy and got the return there. Did Excite. Now pushing up mid, looking for these kills. Psychosis is up for Brownie, it seems, as they're just trying to fan out, trying to find those red dots. If they shoot at the clones, they will give away their position, and they get a cap out of that one. Excite able to push straight through mid and get an easy capture in the end. Looking for a player. There's a player right next to him. Does a 360 while prone, and going to be able to get the kill anyway, as Lakey, now 11-4, is dominating here with his M8A7, just pushing through mid with Excite. Knows that the flag's there. Is he going to be able to find any players? Going to be players. One will be able to take down Jarzen, but the War Machine, or the Scythe, sorry, always going to be a lot stronger than an M8, but Brownie able to shut down Verenzon there. There's another player with a Scythe, but Brownie gets the two-piece. Now should be able to push in with his team. Does get taken down. Excite still waiting back in mid, along with Lakey and Azzy just sitting back over near his flag. Knows that there's a player around here. Did make a noise with that little bit of movement. It's going to get shot in the side. Jarzen able to hear that one, and now push in to try and grab this flag and push away. Did get taken down. Lakey was able to be there to shut him down. Sorry, that was Excite. Now Schism taking down Brownie, and the timer just running down. Neither team really wanting to give away a late cap here at the moment, so it seems like it's going to be a little bit of a slow-paced stalemate here for the last 30 seconds of the half. 2-1 though is still in favour of the team of Darkness Prevails. They are 1-0 up in the series, as you can see by the light up the top left near the scoreboard.
And that's how we do it. Get ready for the next round.
So 2-1, Darkness Prevails lead the Does Play All-Stars. They will now switch sides, and we'll see how the Does Play All-Stars are going to get on that side of the map, and we'll see whether there is a favourable side of the map to be on here on EVAC. As I said, I only played this game type once before myself. It was on this map, but didn't learn a great deal about the map. Just kind of worked out where the spawns were going to be, but hasn't been in the rotation very long, and Brownie just runs into the Psychosis drones and wasn't able to get any kills, just shooting at the clone, and that's never going to get you any kills there. Lakey just trying to push across that left side. Brownie waiting for someone to push towards his flag. I believe he saw someone. Gets tagged. He's going to have to back off and just try and poke over the top. Does get taken down there by Beaston, but there's going to be players all over that backside of the map, just defending this side, as it looks like Excite knows there's someone there. Just going to poke out, go for the nade. Nicely cooked, but Flakjacket's going to save his life. Verenzon gets the two-piece as Brownie and Excite both try and push him while he was tagged, but Lakey's still there to shut him down. And they're just waiting for an opportunity to try and push up the map, try and get some control before just pushing straight into the enemy fire as Beaston. He's going to take down Excite there. Lakey going to take down Beaston in reply. Brownie trying to push up the map, does get taken down as now Lakey just waiting for kills, still playing very, very defensively, trying to hold this right side, watching that mid cut as anyone drops down and tries to wall run straight into his base. There is a player to his left. Is he going to get the turn? He's just going to have to back off. Brownie going to take down Beaston in the meantime in the background, but a very slow CTF game so far. Both teams are not wanting to give anything away. Excite is really surrounded by three players. Did he see his legs? Didn't seem like he did. He didn't spot him either, and he's just going to walk straight past him, try and get out, and that was never going to work. Excite didn't quite see the player that was lying down next to him, and that was just unfortunate there as Lakey now trying to find a kill here with this M8 just sitting up top. He has the Scythe available to him. There's two players now going to get a lot of tags and get the Scythe out to try and pick up kills, but Jarzin's going to shut him down, so he's not going to get used to that Scythe at all. Brownie now pushing out using Psychosis, so they don't know which one is him. He now knows where Verenzon is because Verenzon shot at his clone, and that's good use to push up, but probably could have got a little bit more out of it if his teammates were with him. Trying to push up solo to get this cap or get this flag grab as he does pick up one. Excite picks up another. Beaston goes down. Scrism the only one up. He is going to be able to pick up one. Does go down as the team spawns out this time. Beaston just waiting here with a Scythe, waiting for anyone to push. They know where they're spawning though, as he is there. Beaston's going to take down Azzy as a player. Does take the flag, and now they're going to be away. We'll jump on board with Excite. He's the player with the flag at the moment. Doesn't decide to go all the way outside the map. Just going to jump across, and he's actually going to cut back towards the middle. There are enemy players in this part of the map, but Lakey is pushing straight through mid. Does he see the player to his left? Lakey's going to be able to turn around and grab that flag. Let's see if he can push. Does get taken down. They're not going to be able to get the flag away, and still a minute 54 left, but still both teams playing this very, very slow, very calculated as Brownie finds one, Brownie finds two. Can he grab that flag and get out of there? Does use that Psychosis, so they don't know which one he is as he's working his way towards his teammates. There are players chasing him, but if his teammates can get these kills, he should be able to get across towards this flag. As we'll jump on board with Azzy because there's players around him. You can see there on that COD vision. Scrism will take down one as he tries to get those kills. Can't quite. Brownie has to just wait now. Doesn't want to just slide out and get taken down as Verenzon has taken that flag away. There's a player there, gets dropped, and Lakey's going to be able to take down Beaston, grab that flag and save it. And now he's got the M8, so he can just post up and wait while his teammates push up and try and get this flag grab. Jarzin takes down Excite. So 1 minute left to go. As he just waiting patiently, doesn't want to push without his teammates because he knows there's going to be three on the defense. But Brownie's going to take down Beaston. So they've got one down. They're going to have to look for a second. And as he just a little bit of COD timing, did check that corner, but the player poked out after he looked away. And Excite looks like he's going to do the same thing. There's a player there, almost gets the turn on Jarzin. can't quite as he goes down. Brownie goes down as well. Lakey still just sitting back, 23 and 8. Some dominant slaying there from him, but they've just been unable to get those flag caps as he does decide to go all the way outside this map. This is the way I thought Brownie would go with the flag earlier on. Misses, and he's going to fall to his death on the outside of the map. 13 seconds. They need to get this kill. They need to take down Varenzon here, as we'll see whether Excite can push in. 6 seconds. Going to throw the nade. Doesn't get the kills, and that is going to be it. Scrism getting the 2-piece and a round draw, which I believe will mean that the team of Darkness Prevails will take out that map, and they go 2-0 up in the series. We are playing a best of 7 tonight, or 7 maps here tonight. So they only need 2 more to take out the game. And we see there Jarzen, he's the top scorer, 2,785, only 35 points in front of Beeston, 2,750, but a very, very close match there in terms of that second half, played very, very slowly, very calculated, and both teams put on a good show. And Lakey, 23 and 8 in a losing team. You've got a feel for him, but that is unfortunate that they weren't able to get the rounds. We will go to a quick break before the next map, so guys, don't go anywhere because there is more action between these two squads coming up right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and for the first time tonight, I have a co-caster joining me here on the Black Ops 3, or does play's first ever Black Ops 3 stream, will be Milboss. Milboss, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Lockdog, excited to be here. My first Black Ops 3 cast officially, and watching these players, they are some of the best players in our scene. Obviously, some of them are under 18, so we're not going to have the privilege of watching them at LAN again, but it is still exciting to be able to watch them compete online, especially on the Does Play events. So, yeah, I'm just pumped to get started.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how these guys are going with their bans. It looks like they've taken the XR2 out, so if we're going to see burst fire weapons, it looks like it's going to be the M8. The Vesper's gone. The VMP has been protected, I believe, because of that Vesper ban, I'd say. The Pharaoh's been taken out, and the Man of War has been protected. Again, I think that probably was a counter there after the XR2 was taken away. They wanted to make sure that they at least had something to fall back on in case that M8 ban did come out. The Combat Knife, an interesting ban there from Beeston, and the EMPs have been taken out. Kinetic armor also, you don't want someone with the ball with the uplink extra armor from holding the uplink ball as well as kinetic armor. That's just going to be ridiculous. So they've taken that one away as well, and now we're into the specialist draft.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's an important thing. Of course, a lot of people complained last year with Advanced Warfare having the stim during, obviously during uplink. So kinetic armor being, I guess, stim's equivalent. They're probably going to be. It's probably going to be like a standard ban when it comes to uplink, because that extra armor just makes it impossible to get the kills here. But as we see the specialists being picked here, we're going to get the Ruin from Brownie, the Battery from Scrism, Lakey picking up the Reaper, Varenzon picking up the Firebreak, Excite with the Reaper, Jarzen with the Ruin, and we're just waiting for the last two players to make their selections here.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting, to be honest. We've seen obviously two players with Overdrive there, Jarzen and Brownie on either team. We've got a Scythe as well on both teams, a Glitch for Azzy. That's going to be interesting. If he picks up the ball and then gets into trouble, he can always get himself away from that as well. Excite the same. We saw the Psychosis used by Brownie last game to interesting effect when he had the flag. He picked it up straight away, used that Psychosis. The other team didn't know which one of the clones he was. He was able to just run away with the flag, and they didn't really know which one to shoot for, so he was able to get away pretty easily. The same thing can probably be done with the uplink ball. The Purifier, that is just an amazing weapon, that the flamethrower, I've got to say. I've seen it used to extremely good effect by one of our fellow casters, Mikester, in a 2v2 search and destroy competition, just dominating with that. And I'm thinking that a lot of these players, it's going to be interesting to see how they set up with these specialists.
Absolutely, and obviously you're talking about in terms of the Psychosis, and it comes very important in a lot of circumstances with these subjective game modes. Not knowing where a player is can completely change the game, can completely alter the meta, and especially when you're carrying the objective in the game mode, and you're just going to see 50 of the same guy pretty much, and it just confuses confuses you. You don't know who to shoot at. You don't know where that satellite drone is going to be heading. So definitely an important selection for pretty much either team. You can't really say that it's a bad selection in uplink or CTF. But an interesting thing to think about is looking as to which one it's more advantageous in, because they both obviously have to pick up the objective and take it to another point, but it'll be interesting to see which game mode it's actually more useful in.
Yeah, it will also be interesting to see whether they use it, especially in uplink coming up here, whether they use it as soon as they pick up the ball to put the other team off as to where they're going, or whether they hold on to it for a little bit, push up the map, and then as they're going to go for a cap, use it then the player defending doesn't know which player to shoot, and you can get those easy caps in. But getting into the game now, we see Excite, Brownie, Lakey, and Azzy. They're going to be the Does Play All-Stars up against the opposing team there, Jarzen, Scrism, Varenzon, and Beeston. They're going to be called Darkness Prevails. For those who have just joined us, this is the Does Play's first ever Black Ops 3 stream. It is a showcase match between these two teams, and it has been Darkness Prevails that that have won the first 2 maps. Gotta say that Hardpoint was very, very convincing, but that CTF was so close. So it definitely could go either way. We're going to jump on board with Jarzen. He's been dominating a lot. He's got the Kuda out. It's definitely my favourite subby in the game, and we'll see what he can do with it.
Absolutely, and I mean, I've only been playing some pubs today, and I've fallen in love with this gun. And Jarzen, he's obviously a player that we know is very dominant with his SMGs. So starting off here, we'll see what he can do. But really, the first couple of kills have come down from Azzy with 3 to his name so far. So not too bad for him. But Jarzen just looking to get a couple. He gets shut down eventually, and we're going to see the satellite drone still in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's just in that little room. Haven't played Uplink on Breach as of yet, so don't know a lot about the map itself. But definitely looks like it could be interesting. Played a couple of Hardpoint games, so a lot of wall running you're going to see. A lot of players, if you don't get it right, you can fall off the map very easily. And there's Skrizm picking up the nice little 2Ps. Did pick up one with the M8, then swapped over to the Kuda. A nice little combination there. Tries to pick up one, but Azzy with the 2Ps there, able to pick up a couple of kills. Now trying to get out of there. He's just going to be able to jump across towards the wall. Beeson is behind him, but he should be able to just run away. There's going to be 2 players in front of him, though, so he needs to try and get away. Uses the glitch, and that's what I said before. Mentioned it earlier. If he gets himself in trouble, he can just get out of trouble so easily with that glitch, and should be able to go through for some points here as his teammates clear the way.
Absolutely, and the first 2 points have gone down in favour of the Does Play All-Stars there. Able to pick that one up was Azzy, so we are going to see them here. Beeson trying to take it, but he just gets shut down there. And the satellite drone goes out of bounds, I believe, and reset back into the middle of the map. So right now it's going to be your Darkness Prevail squad trying to get back into this one with 3 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yeah, this is a map that you can throw the ball out of bounds very easily. There's so many places where you can fall off the map yourself. You can just throw the ball down there, reset it, so you don't have to exactly aim for anywhere. Just throw it. It'll probably fall off the map itself, as it does look like they're trying to push this one pretty hard. I believe Azzy actually has the satellite drone in hand, trying to push this one. Looked to go up high, decided not to. There's 4 players in front of him. Winona has the glitch, going to get himself out of trouble and try and sneak around the back. Has he gone straight past the players? He has, and he gets the points, even though all 3 players survived. And that was just some impressive play there by Azzy to get past, and some great distraction work by his teammates.
Yeah, cheeky use of that glitch there, and it worked out perfectly, able to sneak around behind the players. And in Call of Duty in recent years, especially with Advanced Warfare, we haven't seen so many sneaky plays like that, but nowadays, watching it in Black Ops 3, once again, we're seeing so many smart tactics being used with these specialists, and that's just absolutely awesome to see. But the satellite drone going to be in the hands of the Does Play All-Stars, sorry, once again, and some more 20 have gone on the board there. Brownie able to get 2 more, so they are 6-0 up in the lead here with 1 minute 45 remaining, and it's going to be down, of course, 2 Darkness Prevails to bring this one back, but satellite drone is in their hands. In fact, we'll find out it is Varenzen roaming around here, just waiting to sneak around a couple of players. His teammates backing him up there, but there are 2 players in spawn he needs to contest with here. He's going to slide past one. Can he get past the second? Not going to happen. He gets shut down, and the satellite drone is going to be thrown out of bounds for the reset once again.
Yeah, it was interesting to see before. We saw on the screen that Brownie was able to use that Ruin Overdrive to get that capture in. So 6-0 is the current score. The Does Play All-Stars decided to come back here big time here in the uplink. They're 2-0 down in terms of maps so far in this series. And Azzy actually backing off this one. He does have the Kuda out, has glitch available to him. So if he does get himself in any trouble, he will be able to get out of that fairly easily, looking for some kills. But it does look like the enemy is going to be able to get away with this one. Skrizm sees a couple of players. Is he going to get turned on? Yes, he is. That uplink armor was able to just stop him from getting those kills, and it looks like the satellite's trying to be pushed out this left side. Jarzen trying to push it out, but Lakey's just going to be able to lie down with that M8, pick up kills left, right, and center, and we see actually the Man-O-War now coming out as he picks up a couple of kills, and just trying to push this one for some last final points before the halftime break.
Yeah, Lakey's brought his game back here for the first minute or so of this side. He did drop a bit of a donut there, but he's brought it back now, top fragging for his team with 17 kills to his name and just slaying out the players around the satellite drone with this man of war, and it's worked out perfectly for his squad to be up 8-0 in the first half. And it's all down to that excellent use of the specialists. We talked about the excellent use of the glitch and also the use of that overdrive. Jarzen tried to make it happen himself with the overdrive, didn't use it at the right time and went down the left flank where there were 2 players waiting for him. So really the communication here at the moment is obviously on point for the Does Play All-Stars, that they're going to try and take out this map here. The first uplink we're playing tonight, and I think really at the moment we're looking at the Darkness Prevail squad just trying to get a couple more kills and bring this satellite drone maybe a little bit more passively, work it into the opposition's base to try and get their name on the board.
Yeah, I'm jumping on board with Renzon right now. He's got the flamethrower out, the Purifier as it's called, and we'll see what he can do. It is devastating. It's got surprisingly a lot of range on it, and we'll see whether he can pick up some kills. Doesn't know where there's players around, and he will be able to pick up 1 kill, but he did get shut down as there was 2 players that he ran straight at. And Beeston putting out some shots. Will be able to get a kill there on Brownie. There's going to be 3 players coming over the hill, though, and there's nothing he can do about that. Gets shut down by Lakey, who is really dominating, 20 and 10 at 2 KD. He went 23 and 8 in the last game of the CTF. His team wasn't quite able to get up. He was definitely the reason they got so close. And we're on board with Scrism at the moment. He's 21 and 13 himself. He's playing extremely well as well. He's got the Man of War, and that seems to be the gunner choice for these 2 players. And some sneaky play down the side there by Azzy. Some extremely good routes taken by him so far this game, as well as the glitch. He is definitely dominating in terms of this OBJ work here in Uplink.
Yeah, right now, Excite's going to have the satellite drone. He's going for a bit of a Hail Mary over towards the opposition base, but it's not going to happen as the satellite does get reset. But as we can see on the minimap here, no players really from Darkness Prevails are around the satellite drone to be able to pick it up. So it's going to be all up to the Does Play All-Stars defending this position. And they have 3 minutes and 15 seconds to either hold out or go for a full-on onslaught and bring this one to an absolutely commanding win. But right now, they're in a very safe position. They are holding off Darkness Prevails perfectly, and really they've got nothing to worry about unless Darkness Prevails are able to get a couple kills. As we say that, Scrism able to get that mana.
Yeah, he was able to shut down the scythe there of Lakey, which was looking like it could have been devastating across the woods mid. He turned around and saw one, tried to chase, but it was Scrism that had the War Machine out, hit him direct on, and that's always going to end in tears. But it looks like Brownie, yet again, that Ruin Overdrive, was able to get it pushed straight through, able to get through because he's got that armor, and he didn't exactly know where the portal was able to throw it through for a single point. Darkness Prevails did get 2 points on the board for themselves, but straight away the team with the Does Play All-Stars are able to hit back with 1 point of their own and continue to have a big lead. Excite now showing us what he can do. Use Psychosis, able to pick up the ball and get away. They didn't know which one he was. He's going to try and come back towards mid. And Brownie is just going to cover him as they move up this right side. All 4 of them are here, and Excite's going to go a long way out wide, but he's going to decide against going that way because there's players everywhere around him. He's trying to survive, and Jarzen picks up a 2-piece to shut him down.
Yeah, that Psychosis use hasn't been as effective as we may have liked it to be, as Excite is the only player on his squad without an uplink capture, but right now Jarzen just trying to play this safe. He gets into the opposition base. He gets one there. With the he died just before, but the momentum of the drone went into the uplink point, so able to pick that one up there, and Jarzen coming back from that respawn, getting another nice 2-piece there. He's not going to stop, but his squad only have 1 minute 15 remaining if they want to get back into this one, and it's 3-9 down. They need 6 more points at least to level the scores out and take it to overtime. But right now it looks like the Does Play All-Stars are really the squad to be watching here in this uplink, as maybe their experience and their knowledge of just general competitive esports, especially with the names on that squad who are veterans almost in our scene, and obviously some of the most experienced players we have. It's nice to see them finally winning a map here, but right now, bringing it back slightly is the Darkness Prevail squad.
Oh, they've brought back a couple of captures very, very quickly. That's nice. 2 two-pointers in a row they've been able to string together in 30 seconds, and the Does Play All-Stars are scrambling to get back. Beeston's going to take down Lakey as he has to get this kill. Does get taken down. Brownie's trying to rotate back to try and stop this capture. There is a player in front of him. Got to try and stop this one. We'll find who has the ball. It's going to be Lorenzo. He had his specialist, but it wasn't going to help him out. It was only a purifier. So Scrism, can he get through? There's 11 seconds left. They're able to shut him down. Does get taken down. Ball is dropped down there. Verenzon's nowhere near it. Jarzen's nowhere near it. The other two were down. That's reset to the middle, and they just hold on there, the team of the Does Play All-Stars, but that looked like Darkness Prevails. We're going to make one of, obviously, the most impressive comebacks we've seen in Uplink. Just in general, obviously, from AW, there's been some impressive comebacks, but for our first ever Black Ops 3 game, that was an extremely good attempt, considering how it hasn't been that long into the game for these players to really work out the spawns and know exactly what they're doing, but it seems over the last couple of days they've really honed in on this Uplink game mode, and it's a dominant performance by them. I gotta say, some of the plays he made with Glitch, as well as just some of the interesting routes he took to get those captures, he played extremely well that game. And even though he only went 20 and 22, I gotta give him an MVP just for the way he was able to get caps for his team.
Yeah, absolutely there, but you cannot leave out the fact that Lakey dropped a 30 bomb there, and almost the 29 kills coming out from Beeston, I believe it was. So some nice slaying power on both squads, but they're just able to hold out. As you said, it was a very tense finish to that, and Excite able to hold down the base just at the end there. But in the end, it was the Does Play All-Stars bringing themselves back into this series.
Yeah, well, the Does Play All-Stars, they, as you said, brought themselves back in. They get a map. It's now 2-1, still in favour to Darkness Prevails. But the Does Play All-Stars obviously have a chance to come back. I believe we're going to see S&D now coming up next for the first time here in Black Ops 3 on Does Play, twitch.tv/DoesPlay rather. We're going to go to a quick break though first, and when we come back we're going to see some search and destroy action between the Does Play All-Stars and Darkness Prevails.
Born from the ashes, 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 born from the. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king on my own throne, king on my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all. You'll never see the rain,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're into Ban and Protect for Search and Destroy on Hunted, and we see the Vesper Protect come in straight away, and a Man of War ban come out from Brownie. So, some interesting, an interesting start. The both Burstfire ARs still up, which is something that we haven't seen so far this this series.
Yeah, I gotta say, I can see where Brownie and Varenzen are coming with their bans here. Lakey was so important in that last map with his Man of War, and also we saw the Psychosis coming out from I can't remember who it was, but one of the players on the Does Play All Stars squad. And you know, you got to ban the things that they're doing well with. That's gonna happen. Interesting with the Locust being banned there, the kinetic armor being protected. That's an important one. I think
that's protected from the Does Play All Stars side there, Azzy. Yeah. So we'll see someone on the Does Play All Stars most likely take that one. Excite's decided he wants the combat knife to stay in, so he'll be saving that one. Beast and making sure no one can use those shock charges to protect those diffusers there on that one, or to stop people from planning. So going to get into the specialist draft now, and we'll see how these players are going to pick, and we'll see them take their time. But Brownie looking for the Ruin Overdrive, so wanting to go aggressive early on in rounds when he's got that up. I think that's going to be a big thing, or possibly could even use it for some rotations if he gets caught out on one bomb site and decides to go around the map.
Yeah, absolutely. That Vision Pulse, though, coming out from Scrism, a very important specialist in the Search and Destroy mode here, and it could come into play in many different fashions. But as we say, that kinetic armor coming from Lakey there, and what do you expect? He was one of the best players in the last map, so he's going to try and stay alive for his squad in any situation in this Search and Destroy here. Once again, those gravity spikes coming out from Varenzen, a little bit unorthodox, you would have thought, in Search and Destroy being such a slow-paced game mode, but it might work to his favor. We'll see what he has in store for us there. The glitch coming from Azzy once again, and you can't blame him. It worked out perfectly for him last map, so you got to give it for him. He knows how to use it, that's for sure. The Rejack coming in from Jarzen. Now, that's an important one, and a bit of a controversial one in Search and Destroy, I might say.
Yeah, I got to say that will be interesting, especially in those situations if he gets picked off early in the round. Rejack straight back up, back into the round, and that pick becomes basically nothing. And interesting thing, this is the first time we've seen it. All 8 players, 8 different specialists: Overdrive, Vision Pulse, Kinetic Armor, Gravity Spikes, Rejack, Glitch, Scythe, and Active Camo. So a whole range of things we're going to see. It's going to be interesting to see how each player runs with it. I believe they are playing Gentleman's Agreement, and Scrism has actually picked the Vision Pulse. So I believe he just will run it, but not actually pull it out at any time. So I don't expect to see that one, but still, with a lot of the other ones, Rejack, it's going to be interesting. Glitch, you know, it's that one's always a big one. Azzy going hard with that in the uplink. Not 100% sure how he's going to use it in the S&Ds. Maybe just to poke that bomb site and just contest in. If he gets in trouble, get out of there. The Scythe, obviously, just to try and clear out a room with that one, and Active Camo to sneak around there for Beeson. So interesting to see how all the players are going to go. Yeah,
and really with every player choosing a different specialist, we're definitely going to see some counters, some good counters, and an interesting one with, I guess, the Scythe is a bit unconventional, I guess, in Search and Destroy once again, because it's not like many players announce themselves and just try and gun down other players. It's usually just very passively waiting it out, waiting for picks, and trying to be a little bit sneaky there. But we'll see how it works in Excite's favor. Or maybe it won't.
I think if he can predict a rush and use it on the defensive round, especially over on that B side in the cave, if he's able to just post up there with the Scythe, no one's going to be able to get into that cave from the front side. And even jumping out of the water, they're going to have to just basically abandon that if he's going to defend it with the Scythe, or wait it out until that has run out. So I think that's probably where he's going with that one on the defensive side. I doubt he's going to use it too much offensively. It's more of a defensive pick there for them. Also, I just want to point out that Man of War ban that we saw. That was actually from the Does Play All-Stars. Lakey was going off with it in the last game, but also Scrism. He has been dominating with that gun, and they just don't want him on it at all. They decided they think they can outgun him with the burst fire guns, with the M8, with the XR2. So they're going to go head-to-head there with the burst fire here in Search and Destroy. So it'll be interesting to see, and we'll have a look. 2 Vespers there from the team of
Neutralize the objectives.
Darkness Prevails. Scrism has his fists out at the moment, and another Vesper there from Beeston. So a very fast push looking to come out here from the team of Darkness Prevails.
Absolutely, but I'm interested to see what happens with Azzy and his SVG, because it is actually an exceptionally good sniper rifle from what I've seen. So very high damage output and whatnot. Interesting to see here as he's watching down in the caves. 2 players are near there, one of them being Jars and the other being Scrism. He gets taken down. Brownie traded out for him as well, so already both teams down to 3 players each, and a couple of contestants going down. Once again, more trading there. Excite going down to Beaston, and Azzy picking up a kill of his own. 2v2 situation here with 38 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Beaston, he's looking to go under this waterfall. Can he be sneaky? There is a player there on the other side. I believe he's got past without being seen. He should be able to get onto this bomb site, but his teammate does actually get the kill there. Verenzon takes down Azzy, and now Lakey has to work his way across towards this B side. He's underwater at the moment. He's 18 seconds, so he's just going to try and save it out. Almost drowned, so he's going to have to call up for some breath there and just waiting. Is he going to jump up? Sees one, but Verenzon's going to get the kill. And the first round is going to go to Darkness Prevails, who get that one nice and clean in the end. They have had that 2v2, were able to sneak around Azzy, who was in the waterfall, and as soon as they got that kill, it was going to be fairly easy to hold down that B bomb site once you get it planted.
Absolutely, and you look at the position he was in there, it's actually probably one of the easiest points to hold the bomb site there once you've planted, to just head glitch behind the bomb and watch that boardwalk there. And obviously his teammate was behind him, watching his back and making sure no one could possibly come around from behind. Excite just possibly poked his head at the wrong moment, and he came from the wrong direction, so a bit unfortunate for him. But we are going to see Excite picking up the first kill onto Beeson, Azzy coming in once again onto Jarzen as well. 2 players here this round so far using those SVGs. It's going to be, as I said, Excite and Azzy, but Excite will get taken down. So it's going to be a 3v2 situation, favouring this time the Does Play All-Stars. But last game was so even and not much could happen. But Azzy putting the C4 on the bomb site just as a precautionary measure, and I think that's definitely a smart play and a bit of a insurance policy, if you will.
Yeah, something that we haven't seen as of yet, but C4 coming out there as Lakey goes down. Going to see Scrism and take him down. Nice play there. A bit of body shots under the water there from Lakey. Verenzon is going to take down Azzy in that water, but Lakey is still lurking around there. As Brownie just sitting on bomb, waiting for someone to poke, turns around, gets the kill, and brings his team back into it. 1-1 so far, and that B bomb site seems to be very, very favourable for both teams.
Absolutely, and once again, just head glitching behind this bomb site, easy enough to turn around and pick up that kill once he heard the footsteps of Verenzon there, so definitely an easy way to get that kill back into this one. But an interesting thing to, like, with that whole C4, once you put that C4 down, you have to stay alive, otherwise it's rendered obsolete as it was there, because as it did go down and wasn't able to keep up with that weapon. But Brownie is going to be making his way towards the opposition's base with that overdrive, and he's gotten there very quickly. He's gotten towards that spawn, able to pick up one here, and now he's made his position aware. But as we say that, Beeston's already gone down as well. Jarzen for the third. Verenzon now in a 1v4 situation, and all he's got is a Vesper, and he's at very long range engagement points right now. Doesn't have the bomb either.
He does pick up a headshot there on Excite. So Vesper does do a lot of work long range, but it's not going to do any work on Brownie sitting on a head glitch like that. You're never going to be able to win that gunfight. And
absolutely,
it's pretty much easy pickings there for Brownie and the VMP there at that medium range. It is interesting to see a VMP go up against the Vesper at medium range, because they are very, very strong at that sort of medium range engagement. But when you get really in close, you know, they're also pretty strong, but just that it just seems that they're very, very accurate.
Friendly HCXD
Absolutely,
deployed.
but I'm excited to see from the perspective of the Does Play All-Stars team, Excite and Azzy once again both using these sniper rifles.
HCXD out from Brownie though. I'm on board with
Yep.
him. Let's see what he can do. As he has spotted someone, should be able to get away. Jarzan tries to snipe it out, but that's always going to be a kill. As Beeston actually takes down Excite. 3v3. Lake pushes in, gets the kill. Now has kinetic armor and is on that B-bomb.
He's going to be saving it though for a later round, as he's just going to sit here with his teammate in his back pocket. That's going to be Azzy under the water, just waiting for any push being made by the opposition here. And the bomb is down, so they have to be cautious of that. As we'll see Lakey here coming into engagement, able to get that kill. It's now going to be Beeston in a 1v2 versus Azzy and Lakey. And he's just going to be hiding under the water, hoping to maybe get a quick easy pick here, and he does. Coming into a 1v1, but he is contested. Azzy jumping into the water, able to get that kill, and now bringing it to 3-1, favouring the team that does play All-Stars.
Yeah, we see the Kuda coming out, and Beeston, you can turn pretty quick in the water, but same accuracy wasn't quite there. As he able to pick up that kill, and yet again does play All-Stars 3-1 up now, and looking good in this search and destroy. If they can take this map out, it's going to go to 2-2 in the series, and we've definitely got a game on our hands here in this one. I'm on board with Beeston, and let's see what he can do with this SVG. Looking down mid, doesn't look like anyone's going to contest him though, so he's going to move across back towards this cave. And yet again, this B bomb site very, very heavy. And Azzy going to pick up the first kill with the headshot. Going to get two, get the third, and Azzy just dominating here in this round.
Show me grace under
And
pressure.
keep in mind, he still has his glitch, so he could get the fourth one yet, but he's searching for that ace, and I can just imagine in the comms right now, let me get the ace, he's saying, as he's running around trying to find the last player alive. That's going to be Squizm here, and he's coming up towards him, so there could be a point of engagement anytime soon.
Yes,
Spots him, he does. Can he get the ace? Can he get the ace?
Just chasing at the moment, trying to get this scope. He's got 3 headshots this round. Wants to make sure it's a headshot, but Lakey decides to make sure of it. And they go 4-1 up in this search and destroy, and are looking very, very strong here on Hunted, which is a map that a lot of people obviously will be familiar with. Was on the beta, as well as, you know, one of those maps that seems to come up a lot in public play as well as Arena. So it's a map that a lot of people are well versed on, and it'll be interesting to see if either of these teams are going to decide to go A at any point during this. But Brownie, he has the overdrive here, the Ruin overdrive. He's going to rush straight in and should be able to get there before the other team. Oops. But Marenzon gets there in time to shut him down as he crosses the bridge. And Jarzan going to take down Lakey as well. So that's 2 players down. He does play All-Stars. Make that 3 as they all go down very, very quickly. And Ruin overdrive ending up being disadvantageous for the team that does play All-Stars there in that round. Brownie not quite getting the right spawn at the back of his team in that round, and had to just run that a little bit further, and that does make all the difference in rounds like that.
Oh, absolutely, and that's one of those situations where you need to analyze as a player. Is it actually worth using my overdrive in this situation? Probably it wasn't right then, but
interesting play by Beeston there. Not 100% sure that's the best thing to do while you're 4-2 down in the map, but we'll see if it pays off for him here, as we'll jump on board with Jarzan, trying to jump away from a HCXD, does so successfully, and has the SVG, doesn't see the player to his right. He's going to poke him. Yes, he gets the kill on Azzy. Nice shot there. Azzy hasn't missed a lot of shots, but he did miss a couple there, and the reject comes in for Jarzan, and he's actually going to be able to get the kill there on Lakey, who shut him down. Now Jarzan, he's got to get this snipe. Has to get this kill, misses the shot, and Excite shuts him down 5-2. And Beeston's geek strat probably not paying off as well as he would have hoped.
Not exactly there, but Jarzan, right there, that's the sort of play we were hoping he'd make with that rejack, where his teammates are all down and he's last alive. Try and recover there. Turned on that rejack, able to get that kill, and it could have turned in. He could have turned that map around, or sorry, that round around, if he was able to get that pick with the sniper. But just looking at the wrong point, his aim was a little bit too low, unfortunately, there. So not going to be able to get that kill. But once again, we're going to see a player rushing into the opposition's base here, or towards the B-bomb site. Azzy there with the sniper rifle once again.
Kill.
Yeah, Azzy able to take down Jarzan. Jarzan was able to take Lakey down. Schism takes down Excite, but Excite was able to get a kill over on that other side, so it's still a 2v2 here at this stage. Brownie takes down Schism, so Verenzon in a 1v2 to save this map. As he's working his way around, he thinks they might have rotated across towards A. He does have gravity spikes, so if he thinks they're in the room, he might just jump straight in and look for the double kill, but he's not going to find it because they're both over at B at the moment. I believe they're looking to plant this bomb soon, but Azzy just looking for the scope, and they're not actually going to go for this plant, and that's going to favour Verenzon as he just waits and waits and waits, realises they're not going to go A, and should be rotating back towards B very, very soon. Actually, they're going to rotate straight towards him. This is going to be a gunfight in the stairs. Oh, the Ruin Overdrive. The gravity spike, sorry, that could have been huge.
It could have been absolutely massive there, and he pulls out the pistol here, Brownie. Able to get that kill, but that was a very lucky situation there.
If those spikes hit the ground, that would have been a double
If those spikes
kill.
hit the ground,
That would have been a double
saved
kill to
the
win the
map.
round. That would have been
Objective
3-5.
failed.
They would have been back in that map, but
I didn't sign
it
up for
wasn't
this
to be.
shit. We need to
6-2.
fight
Does play
smarter.
All-Stars come back in
Get
the
back to
series.
boot camp.
2-2 is the score, and we are playing a best of 7 here, so teams need to get to 4 maps to win. So we've got a maximum of 3 left, and if one team can win the next 2, they are going to be going home 4-2 victors. So we'll see which team can do that. Obviously, Darkness Prevails going to be back on the game type that they were able to win so dominantly early on. The hard point coming up next. So guys, don't go anywhere, because a hard point between Darkness Prevails and the Does Play All-Stars will be coming up right after this.
Why don't we get away, move away, you and me on the way? Let's take the first train, take the first train. Why don't we get away, go today, you and me seize the day? Let's take the first train, take the first train to California.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're into Ban and Protect yet again. Exodus is going to be our next map. Hardpoint, as I said. And we're going to see Verenzon and Lakey pulling out the first bans and protects. And it looks like a protect coming down for the Vesper early on. We'll see if the VMP gets through as well. But at the moment, it's just the Vesper. Lakey going to get rid of the EMP grenades. For those who have just tuned in, I'm Lockdog. Joining me is Millboss, and this is the first Black Ops 3 stream here on twitch.tv/DoesPlay. It is a show match between Darkness Prevails and the Does Play All-Stars. And it's been an interesting one so far. Darkness Prevails picking up the first 2 maps. Does Play All-Stars getting the next 2, and the Scythe getting taken out, as well as the Combat Knife.
You can't blame them because on the last Respawn game mode, we did see some exciting kills coming out of that Scythe, so that's a pretty obvious one to ban there for Brownie. Combat Knife as well for Beeston there. The XR2 once again being banned by Excite, and then Scrism with that Pharaoh. But yeah, as you said, to see whether or not the VMP will get banned, that is the question, or protected. Either way, we're just waiting for Jarzen and Azzy to make their decisions here, but this has been a game of twists and turns, a series of twists and turns, as we had 2 wins for the Darkness Prevail squad and then 2 wins for the Does Play All-Stars, so interesting stuff out of that.
It has been, and Gravity Spikes have been taken out of the Specialist, as well as Kinetic Armor. Both of those can be used very, very well to just push straight in and break a hard point just easy as you like. Purifiers coming out from both Varenzon and Lakey. Flamethrowers going up against each other. I'll love to see that. And it'll be interesting because a lot of the hard points on this map are in close quarters inside. And we'll see how they go up against each other. Rejack coming out from Beeston. Psychosis from Brownie. That'll be interesting to see how he uses that in the hard point. Maybe in that middle hard point is very, very open. Gets shot from a lot of different angles. Uses it in there. Then they're not 100% sure where to shoot at. 2 War Machines coming out as well, as really expected when there's no Gravity Spikes or Kinetic Armor. That is another way to break that hill very, very easily.
Yeah, and I mean, on hardpoint, a good thing about having that Psychosis is that you can sit just on the hill and the Psychosis can just roam around, and yeah, any contesting players will have no idea where to look. But right now, it's going to be interesting to see how the Annihilator is going to be used, because it is a very it requires a lot of accuracy, of course, when you're using it, being a one-shot kill, but it could be devastating, as well as, of course, the 2 War Machines there coming out of Excite and Scrism. But either team having one, it's not going to be too much of an issue, I don't think. But right now, just waiting for the teams to create their classes, and we're going to see Beeston this time bringing out the Rejack. It'll be interesting to see how he uses it.
Yeah, I think him getting in that hard point, as we saw in the first map, if you've got Rejack, you can just jump in a hill, try and get the kills, just contest it for a long time, because if you go down, straight back up, your teammates are in there with you, and you can survive for a long, long time, keeping that hill contested and in your favour for as long as possible. And obviously that's the aim of the game here in hardpoint, as well as the Annihilator, which I'm not 100% on this map. There's not a lot of opportunity, in my opinion, to use it on this map. There's not a lot of open space. There's not a lot of alleyways where you can just sit there and wait for players to push. So it'll be interesting to see how Jarzen uses that Annihilator, whether he just sits in hill and goes for the hip fires with it. That will be interesting. And again, as I said, inside, in close, Purifiers and War Machines, just it's going to be just a huge amount of explosions and fire in those hard points. It's going to be interesting to see whether both teams are going to be able to get a lot of points early on here in this hard point.
Absolutely, and so just waiting for them to edit their score streaks. And an interesting thing I've been noticing is that a lot of players have been banning that Combat Knife, and I think the only thing I can think of is the reason that the Combat Knife was taken out of the game, in terms of when you mash your right analog stick or your B button, whatever you have it, or sorry, circle button, whatever you have it set to, is the whole panic knifing situation. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sure whether that's right or not, but that's the only thing I can really see. But it is seeming to be a common thread that most players or most teams are wanting to ban it.
Yeah, it is interesting. Obviously, no more panic knifing in terms of just everyone has a knife. If you're in front of someone and you melee, it's not a one-hit kill anymore. So that is something that has obviously changed up, and it's going to force a lot more gun battles. Even if you come around the corner, there's someone right in front of you, you got to have the reactions to shoot, maybe drop shot, maybe back off, use your boost to your advantage. We'll see how these players are going to play that. This first hard point, I got to say, is not one of my favorites to play on, especially as an AR player. It can get a little difficult because there are so many different ways players can push you from that it's hard to just get set up and get in a good position to pick players off without just putting yourself out in the open. Jarzen and Verenzon both picking up kills, and Excite hitting back with one of his own, but Verenzon yet again will jump back on board with him. But those Eldcast secondaries, those Kimbo, the Kimbo secondaries have just been dominant for him in terms of the hardpoint maps.
Absolutely, and I think it's a great thing to use to bring out if you need to reload, but you're not too sure. You can just swap out with those akimbos and put some very harsh damage on the opposition. And I think that it's a very good idea to use it in hardpoint because if you're sitting on the kill, there's obviously going to be a lot of close quarters engagements, and especially on a map like this when everything is a hallway and a close, enclosed space really, and you watch the way this map plays out. Lots of the engagements are in these halls and whatnot, and so to be able to bring out these akimbo weapons and just devastate the other team with them is, I think, a good meta that he's added to this game, because in the previous couple of CODs we've seen that most players have opted to go without a secondary, and for them to be back in this game I think is something that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm loving the fact that secondaries are definitely back in the game. You've obviously got your regular pistol, your burst fire pistol, and then you've got the L-Cars as well. So all three are really, to be honest, fairly viable in different situations for themselves. Excite actually headshotting his teammate there in Lakey, but taking down Beaston in the process. But you were asking why they protected that Vespa. The team does play All Stars. All four of them are running Vespa classes. Yep. You can just tell that was something they definitely wanted to keep up in this map. We were talking about the VMP possibly being protected as well to keep that one in play, but everyone just on that Vespa at the moment and keen to show what they can do here in close.
Absolutely, and we did just say, or I just saw on my screen, a bit of a fist battle engagement, and Beaston was able to win that one, and you do need 2 hits with your gun or with your fist to be able to win that engagement, and he was able to do that then. It is a little bit less common nowadays, as we said, because it's not one hit kill. You're not going to see so many panic knife situations, but right now, Excite is just going absolute ham with his Vespa, going 10 for 9 at the moment. Back up to 10 as he gets shut down eventually, but these Vespas are working out absolute wonders for the team that does play All Stars.
Yeah, as he's decided to swap over to the Kuda, and it seems to have rendered him incapable of moving here at the moment. He seems to be back on his feet, ready to go. The Kuda coming out, which is, as I said, probably my favourite submachine gun in the game. A lot of players opting for that Vespa, but there has been a few guns other than the Vespa, and the Kuda was also untouched. It's been very, very strong, so I feel like that's going to be more and more used here in this one, but Azzy unable to take down Scrism in that gunfight, and Jarzen, 17-6, has HCXD, has a Hellstorm, already used his Lightning Strike that he would have got there in that streak, turns around, able to take down one there, and Lakey gets the second one there in Azzy. Can he find the third? No, there's someone there, headshotting Verenzon there. Probably not the best move by Verenzon to walk in front of his teammate, who is just killing everything left, right, and center.
Absolutely there, and an interesting thing to say is you look at this slaying capability that has been coming out of Excite so far. It's nothing compared to Jarzen right now, with 19 kills to his name and 1 minute and 5 seconds on the hard point, or on hard points full stop. And I think that goes to show I guess the mark of one of the great players is the fact that he's able to maintain that top killing aspect, that slaying aspect, while still being an objective player, and that's an important thing, especially you watch him here now. He just lies on the hard point, able to get a kill, does get shut down eventually, but either which way, his team are in the lead by nearly 100 points here, and you can't complain with how he's playing right now. I just keep on saying with him, because he's using his kill streaks right now. Might get 2 there, only gets the 1 unfortunately, but Jarzen just playing out of his mind right now here. I've got to say, one of the things that I'm most excited for, and have been looking forward to with Black Ops 3 in terms of the broadcaster mode, is seeing how long each player is actually on the hill, and I think that's a really awesome addition that they've made, and just goes to show how much Vondi and his team have been looking after us here in the community, because we asked for it, we got it, and it's just an exciting aspect to the game now.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how long these players are spending on the hill. Obviously, the old statistics, the captures and defense, it painted a picture somewhat, but sometimes, you know, you just run through a hill and one player will clean out a couple of kills, just run through the hill, not actually hold it and just continue to go for the slaying, and he'll look like the OBJ because he's got a lot of captures, but didn't actually get that many defends and didn't stay on the hill a lot of the time. Jarzen, you can just see 23 and 12, a minute 43 on the hard point at the moment. That's over 100 points for his team. He's got, and he picks up a two-piece there on Lakey and Azzy. Beautiful shot shooting there from him, and he's going to jump back on the hard point yet again and get even more time here for his team. All his teammates are trying to push out to make sure that he stays alive, but he doesn't need him as he gets another headshot there on Excite. A reject comes out, I believe, from someone on his team. That would have been Vixen, I believe that was, who just survived that, and he turns on one there. Jarzen taking down Lakey, just dominating here in this game.
I cannot get off Jarzen. He's just staying on my screen. He has for the past like 3 minutes pretty much, and now he's going to be using some more streaks, because you look at him right now on a 5-kill streak, and at pretty much every point in this game so far, every time I've looked at the scoreboard, at least 3 players on the Darkness Prevail squad have been on kill streaks. Whether it be one, it doesn't matter. They are on kill streaks, they are staying alive and getting in that kill, especially Jarzen. How can you complain with a player like this when he is the slaying power for your team and the objective player for your team? It's just insane work right now.
Yeah, over 2 minutes in the hill, as well as 29 kills. Make that 30 as the timer will tick down, and that will be the end of the game. 250 to 40. We talked about how well they were able to control the hard point the first time. On the first map that we played, they were able to win that 250 to 131. There was a bit of a comeback from the Does Play All-Stars later on in that map, but we just didn't see it this time just because of the slaying power there. Jarzen, as well as Prism, also playing extremely well. 17 and 11, 26 and 14 for Verenzon. Third on his team there, actually second on his team actually, but the scoreboard decided to put him third. But 26 and 14, 50 seconds on the hill, as well as 4 defense. Some extremely good work by him as well. All around the team was very, very dominant, and Peaston really didn't even need to do anything there. He just let his teammates loose, and they just shut everyone down for him. But that was a very, very impressive map there from the team of Darkness Prevails. That's our 5th map in the series. It is 3-2 now in favor of them. It's a best of 7, so if they win the next map, they can finish it right here, right now on the next map, which I believe will be another Capture the Flag, but we are still to find out, and we will go to a quick break before heading in to this 6th map of the series. A quick break there, and we're straight back into it. Combine Capture the Flag, one of my favourite maps here on this game. I like it as a hard point map, and they're playing CTF on it. Also a good map for that as well. We'll see what these players are going to try and pull out here in the Banner Protects, and that Vespa yet again. That Protect, and this time it is going to come out of the team of Darkness Prevails. So that's definitely interesting there. Azzy not deciding to ban and protect, possibly still AFK, as it did seem he wasn't fully concentrating on the game last time. Brownie taking away the Man of War, one of my favourite guns on this map. So just not wanting players to control the high points of this map up top on either side. Very dangerous there for them. And Milboss, how do you see this game go?
It will be interesting because obviously the last Capture the Flag map was won by Darkness Prevails, but Jarzen protecting that Vesper I think is a good thing from him because he went absolutely ham with it in the last map. So as much as the last map we did see all 4 players from the Does Play All Stars winning, or using, sorry, those that Vesper, I think it's an important choice for Jarzen to do that because he was so dominant with it. If he left it down to the opposition, they probably would have banned it. So that's all I can think on it. But we are going to see the Scythe banned once again and the XR2 once again because that has been a ban pretty much every map.
Well, the VMP also taken out, which I'm going to say is interesting. Vesper protected, VMP taken out, so they want to be able to control those mid-range gunfights, which this map definitely is all about. And if they feel like they're stronger with the Vesper than the other team, they're going to be able to hold onto that one. They force the other team onto a different subby, maybe the Kuda, maybe even the Razorback. It's recently been buffed, so that can definitely be something to look out for. The Annihilator coming out for both Jarzen and Azzy. Brownie taking Psychosis yet again here in Capture the Flag, and we saw it used last time. He used it to good effect. He got the I believe the only cap that they were able to get on the last map. It was only 2-1. There was only 3 captures made in total. They weren't able to get the win there on that one, but he was able to get it with Psychosis. A Tempest coming out from Beeston, which we haven't seen as of yet. A bit of electricity, a bit of lightning coming out of that one. Purifier, a bit of fire, and Overdrive. Yet again, we see that coming out in these Capture the Flag and Uplink game types. Very, very useful.
Absolutely, yeah, but interesting thing, we haven't seen the glitch come back, I don't believe. So 2 kinetic armors, Lakey and Scrism bringing those ones out, but the glitch was very helpful for Azzy, I believe, back in that first uplink before. So for him to be bringing out the Annihilator, clearly he wants to get more kills on the board because of, as we said before, he may have been AFK in the last game, didn't drop the greatest of scores, but don't worry because he will be getting back into this one. He is back at his keyboard, so to speak. But right now, just waiting for them to edit their classes. I believe, from what I can say, from watching the first hardpoint and then watching the first uplink and Capture the Flag and all that, the first 3 maps really, overall, I'd probably favour the team of Darkness Prevails, just because they did make that comeback in that uplink. In the CTF, they weren't as strong. They only won by 1, but honestly, I could see them getting back into this one. I'm not 100% sure, but I could see them, sorry, not getting back into it, taking out the series on this map.
Yeah, it is interesting for those who don't know at the moment. I believe Capture the Flag in Arena as well as in this match, unlike we've seen on the last previous couple of games, it's not actually based on the amount of caps you get. It is based on rounds. So if you win the first round, whether you win at 7-6, whether you win at 1-0, whether you win it at all, you get a win for that round. Then the other team, if they win the second round, I believe it will go to an overtime, regardless of how many total caps you got, which I guess is interesting to see how teams are going to come back into games. Even if you get smashed, 6-0 or something in the first half, that's only one round to them. You've got the second round. If you can even just win, a 2-1 game, or just slow it down and just get that 1 cap extra, you get that advantage, you get that win for that round, and I believe that pushes it into an overtime. So it makes it a lot more interesting getting towards the later stages of the second round, when the first round might have been a little bit more one-sided. But then again, there's always pros and cons from both sides, but we'll see how both of these teams are going to go with that one. We're loading into the game. For those who have just joined us or have tuned into the stream very recently, I haven't mentioned it too much, but this is the first Black Ops 3 stream here for Does Play. It is a showcase match between between the Does Play All-Stars, Excite, Brownie, Lakey, and Azzy. They're playing up against Jarzen, Scrism, Varenzon, and Beaston, who do call themselves Darkness Prevails. So it is the DP All-Stars versus DP, and we'll see how they are gonna work
Secure the objectives.
with each other here in this one. I'm going to jump straight on board with Lakey because last time we saw him in Capture the Flag, he was dominating with the M8 and he's got it out again.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see if he can do it once again. As you say that he actually is the first blood of the game, but an interesting thing for me in this one is to see whether or not Justin can repeat his performance. He does get shut down there pretty much straight up, but I want to say an interesting thing. Well, not necessarily interesting, it's just a bit of a side note about Darkness Prevails. I was trying to make the Team 1 on my screen be Darkness Prevails. It didn't fit, so I just went for Darkness, and apparently, according to Black Ops 3, that is a prohibited or profane word, so it wouldn't allow me to do that. So it's going to be a bit of a problem when they're playing.
I found that one as well. That was a little bit interesting before the game started. So don't add Darkness into your team names, otherwise we can't use them on stream for those ones, guys. But luckily we have our good graphic guy Jav doing all the production behind the scenes. Thank you to him, and we'll get back into what's happening here on the game at the moment. Excite actually has Overdrive ready. Sees a player up top, going to take down Beaston with the hip fire up against it there. Looking for another player up high, but Renzon's going to pick up the two-piece. Brownie's actually going to shut him down before getting taken down by Jarzen. Now the M8 is out yet again for Lakey. Let's see if he can get some kills. Two players come across mid. Can't wallbang that wall, so he has to poke out again. And he was a little bit weak, so he got taken down. Brownie, reload came at the wrong time because Beaston was able to turn and get the kill. Excite's able to shut him down. Scrism takes down one. Azzy going 1-for-1 with that trade as well. Lakey able to get the kill and return that flag, but very defensive here for Does Play All-Stars so far early on in this one.
Jarzen's on my screen right now, in behind enemy lines, as he will get free passage onto this opposition flag and be able to make that run with the teammate with him. That is going to be, well, actually, he gets, I think that was Beaston, but he did manage to get the kill. Jarzen got shut down.
Beautiful play. Sorry to cut you off, but Brownie grabs the flag as he's pushing across towards the choke point, uses that psychosis, pushes one of his clones straight through the gap, and that forced Beaston to shoot early, take out that clone, and that was easy pickings for Brownie in the end to get that kill. And that allowed him to just push down the side of the map, get the cap, and first cap on the board. Does Play All-Stars are in the lead here in the first half, halfway through. Still 2.5 minutes left to go as three of them go down, but Lakey's still alive in the middle. He's got the Vesper out as he's going for a bit of a run along the walls, trying to find the player with the flag. Does take him down. That's going to fall to the floor and reset. And even though Lakey fell off, it still is advantageous for his team.
Excite going to be picking up that flag at the moment, running it down the right flank here, and he's got a pretty clear run here. As if his teammate can back him up there, he will get that capture, and Lakey goes back in there in the base, start getting Scrism as well. And so right now, Does Play All-Stars holding this down, and it's looking like it could be back to what we saw in that first uplink with the Does Play All-Stars starting things off very strong here.
Yeah, it was almost a mistake in the end by Brownie. He should have watched that cut. Excite wasn't getting chased at all. That should have been a call out from Excite as well. Don't know if the comms were there, but if they were, where Excite should have said that no one's behind me, it should have been Brownie's job to watch that cut. He just ran behind Excite. He almost got cut off, was able to get around the corner and get the cap, but almost did get that cut off. Actually has a Guardian at the moment, Excite. Could be saving that one for the second round, which will be very interesting and very difficult to get the flag away if he's able to set that up back in his defensive side. Brownie going down as we jump on board with Lakey. 9 and 8, not quite the same sort of game he had last time we saw him on Capture the Flag, but still doing some work with the M8 and trying to hold this middle part of the map for his team.
Just running around the side spots, one here on the wall run, isn't able to finish off that kill, and does jump off the map there, unfortunately. And it's one of those things, you run into a player and you just, one of you is going to fall and die, unfortunately.
I believe they both did in the end, as he actually taking out the Annihilator, and a nice two-piece to start off.
Not bad, not bad. And one of those things with the Annihilator is if you do get on a roll with it, it can be devastating. But with 17 seconds remaining in this half, it looks like it will go in the way of the Does Play All-Stars there with 3-1 in their favor. So this is going to be one round count for them. And going into the second round here, the Darkness Prevails squad did put up a fight there, and they could come back, but right now Does Play All-Stars are looking out to be a little bit stronger.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're coming back here in this one. They're 3-2 down in the series. It is a 7-map series here for this showcase match. So 3-2 down means that if you lose one more map, you're out of the series completely. So they need to hold on to this one, and they need to hold on to this lead and try and either make this a stalemate or win this round as well and take out the map. We'll see what they can do. Scrism currently on your screen, 8-12, and that Psychosis used very well yet again. He's just shot at the wrong player and then able to get taken down, and now the team of Does Play All-Stars should have been able to push up, but they actually get taken down, and Lakey has to be on the defensive here, picking up one, but they do have a Guardian base, which is very, very important for them.
Lakey picking it back up now. He's got 16 kills to his name. I think he might have died once since we last called out his score, which was 9-8. So he has picked up his game, and right now he's using the Vesper. So he swapped out that M8, and you can't blame him here because it's seeming to work wonders for him as he picks up that flag and he's going to start running down the left flank here with a couple of teammates with him. He makes the decision to go to mid, which is probably the right decision here with the opposition.
Really, he's actually got some space though. He should be able to get away, but
saving it for a better time.
I've got to say, if you've got the flag and you're running through mid of all places on this map, Kinetic Armor's probably a good idea. Decides against using it, so possibly has a plan for it later on as he does pick up one. Actually has the M8 still in his back pocket, which is something to note, but does get some streaks up for himself.
Yeah, able to get those kills and assist the third there. Unfortunate for him, not able to get the 3-piece, but right now, I think an interesting thing for that was that we could see, because of the X-ray, that most of the players from Darkness Prevails were on that left flank, expecting him to go that way. So maybe the call-outs came from his teammates telling him that they weren't in mid, and it definitely worked out in his favor, finally getting shut down there. But right now, only up 1-0 with 3 minutes remaining. Darkness Prevails couldn't make their way back into this one with Charleston with 15-16. His score running down the right flank, gets caught out here, just trying to duke out the player, but he falls off the map. And it's a bit unfortunate, but it can happen if you're a little bit unaware of what you are doing in terms of that wall running.
Yeah, that's right, and I actually want to jump on board with Azzy, who has brought out a weapon that we haven't seen so far yet on stream, an ICR, which is another one of those assault rifles, very much like the M4 from previous Call of Duties, like those Modern Warfare M4s. Very, very powerful, but not a terribly high fire rate. Wasn't able to get those kills there, and does get taken down, but it's interesting to see the variety of weapons that do come out in this game. Obviously, we've seen two types of burst fire guns. We've seen the Man of War. Now we've seen an ICR, and that's just the ARs. In terms of SMGs, we've seen the Kuda, we've seen the Vespa, we've seen the VMP, and there's still plenty more to come out from both of these teams. And it looks like at this stage that there's going to be another map, but the Does Play All-Stars still have to hold on to this lead.
Absolutely, here as Darkness Prevails have been able to get another flag or a flag capture in this round, and trying to get some kills with the Purifier there with Varenzen, who does get shut down after getting 2. So it worked out alright for him, but an interesting thing you do say, you mentioned the variety with these weapons, is that all the weapons are very balanced so far in this game, and especially with those nerfs and buffs that we've seen just recently. Always Treyarch are trying to make adjustments so that everything works out perfectly, and we're not going to have a situation similar to the past 2 years where we've just seen the same 2 weapons, one AR or one SMG being used at any one time. So it's nice to see the variety coming out, as you said. I've got to say, the ICR, as you mentioned, not really a preferred weapon by pros so far, but it definitely could be at some stage during the lifespan of this title, because as I said, Treyarch always making updates, and that Razorback that just got an update recently, and we saw in the beta was exceptionally powerful. Hasn't been used as much so far in the start of the game, but could be once again.
Yeah, it definitely can. And we saw an overdrive come out from Excite, wasn't able to get anything going, as Brownie actually using the Psychosis and getting the two-piece. Now should be able to grab that flag and get away, running towards his teammates, 20 seconds, and all he really has to do is just survive here in this one, get through mid. If his teammates can cover him, he should be able to get through for this capture, and I believe he's got away, and this will be the map for the Does Play All-Stars. They win both halves of the CTF. They will take a 2-0 victory here in terms of rounds for CTF. Nice work by them to bring them back in the series. 3-3, and we're going to go to a final 7th map here in this one. Some extremely good play coming out of both teams. But I do want to jump back on to the amount of variety we have seen in the game so far, even just in this one series. Picks and Bans and Protects have definitely played a big part in that. Obviously, we saw Azzy probably not as strong on those burst fire guns, more looking for the automatic ARs. Unfortunately for him, the Man of War was banned out. That forced him onto something like an ICR. So that really does bring out a lot of variety in different guns. And if players aren't comfortable on a certain type of gun and their preferred gun does get banned, then they're going to have to find something to pull out. So it's always going to be changing up here in terms of the meta and in terms of how teams are going to pick. And you know, the meta could even swap, and guns may not be banned as much. Maybe they might look to specialists as well, or even perks and equipment there on that one. But looking at the scoreboard, 32-17 from Excite, exceptionally good game there from him, and 28-12 there from Lakey. Some extremely good play there, and Brownie using the Psychosis to his advantage. 20-20, 3 captures, definitely played extremely well, and OBJ for his team definitely got them across the line, and Azzy just doing his job there with the ICR, 20-21, just holding his own, going 1-for-1 around the map and allowing his teammates, who were definitely had their shots on a little bit more, able to push up the map a little bit more, do a lot more of the bulk of the work. And that's the thing, if 2 players are going really, really strong, you don't have to try and do the same thing. All you need to do is just go 1-for-1, get 1 kill, maybe you go down, get another kill when you come back up, maybe you go down, and all that does is allow your teammates to go 3v3 against the other team. And if your teammates are beating the other team, there's nothing that they can do about it. And an extremely good game there from those players. But before we get into this last map, we will go to a quick break, and when we return, we're going to have one more map here in this Black Ops 3 showcase match here on twitch.tv/DoesPlay. So don't go anywhere, guys, because the Does Play All-Stars and Dark Surveils will be going at it yet again after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The final map is about to start. It is Search and Destroy on Havoc. I'm Lockdog. Joining me is Millboss, and this is the final map of this showcase match here on Black Ops 3. The first stream for Black Ops 3 here on twitch.tv/DoesPlay. And the first ban for this map is going to be, a Protect, in fact, for the Man of War. A Locust ban as well. Not wanting anyone to scope down that midsection here by Excite.
The interesting thing, I think, is that they're banning the Locust, but everyone's forgetting about the SVG, which is an equally good sniper rifle, if not better, from what I've seen of it. It kills one shot pretty much every time, and last Search and Destroy, it was absolutely destroying players left, right, and center. Jarzum was using it, Azzy was using it, Excite was using it, and it was absolutely insane there, especially from Azzy when he got that the three kills in one round. So it has been used very nice. As we say that Alcar is going to get banned, in fact, which Varenzon was using to his advantage previously. This Man of War Protect, however, might actually favour the hands of Azzy if he decides to use an AR instead of the sniper rifle. But that really depends on what he's feeling like doing. But the XR2 once again being banned. Kinetic Armor this time, as well as a perk that I didn't actually catch which perk that was, but we haven't seen a perk banned so far this series, so it's interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'll have to just keep my eye on the stream to see exactly what that one was, but Kinetic Armor banned is definitely interesting, and Fast Hands was the perk banned there, which is interesting to see. No quick reloads there for that one, unless you got fast mags on. So it could be something to see. That XR2 ban yet again, taking that one away. The one burst potential, if you hit every shot in the chest of that 3 burst, is just too powerful to risk, especially on a map like this where there are a lot of points where you just poke around that corner, and if you poke at the wrong time, you can get cleaned up just like that. But the M8 is still up as well, so you've got to think that that can come into play at some stage, especially for someone like Lakey, who has decided to go the gravity spikes, which possibly means that he could be looking at some submachine gun action. Active camo coming out for Excite. Rejack from Beeston. Glitch from Azzy. War Machine from Skrizm. Psychosis from Varenzon. Overdrive from Brownie. Can we see all 8 players have different, and Annihilator comes in. 8 different specialists. This is going to be interesting to see how the players are going to play this one out.
Absolutely, here. So we're just going to wait for them to edit their classes, but I think that the Glitch and the Psychosis are the two that I've been excited to watch, because the Psychosis, obviously, putting out those dummies, those decoy human figures, definitely has played a big part in the objective play so far. And also, Azzy using that glitch has been one of the most helpful things in his arsenal so far, when he's been able to just glitch back a little bit and not get shut down in an unfortunate engagement. So I think that they're going to be the two I'm going to be watching, especially as Azzy with his snipes as well. But it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, it will be. And as you said, the Man of War Protect early on, I believe that probably was to help Azzy out from Excite. I believe it was Excite that protected that one. It's possibly because Azzy didn't feel comfortable on those burst fire guns, and the ICR that he had wasn't really getting the job done. So wants to get back on that Man of War. It is a very strong gun to be using. So something to see whether he can get himself back into the game. But obviously, he talked about him sniping earlier on with that 3 headshots in one round as Lakey, Beeston, and Azzy decide not to hit the done button while they're editing their streaks. But I'm keen to see how all these players are going to play this. But as I was talking about, Azzy and Lakey, they've been playing predominantly AR roles for their team, but they're running gravity spikes and glitch, which usually mean that you're up in the face of the enemy, and then using gravity spikes to bust open an objective point, whether that be obviously a bomb site here in S&D. And the same with Azzy. you'd think that Glitch, he's trying to push onto a bomb site, and if he gets himself in trouble, he's trying to glitch away. So it seems counterintuitive to what they've been playing so far this series.
Absolutely, and I think especially for Lakey, as you're saying, he's literally been sitting at the back using head glitches and trying to pick off players left, right, and center with those ARs. So for him to bring out the gravity spikes of all players, not really what I was expecting. Maybe Excite, if anyone, on that team, because he has been the slayer, if you will, the one that's up in front of the faces of the opposition. But right now, we are going to see the start the first round here with Darkness Prevails being the offensive side here, as the bomb will be in the hands of Jarzen, the dedicated demolitions expert here for this squad.
Yeah, and it looks like Brownie's going to be the player to try and contest this one, as the shock charge doesn't quite go where Jarzen wants it to. He's going to throw that one out. It's going to explode and just stick Brownie to the spot he's in. Lakey, yet again, going with that M8, so it looks like he's going to play slow once he's got those gravity spikes up. Might be looking for a bit of a rush play, as they should have their specialist abilities up around the same time, which will be interesting to see as Brownie and Lakey push very, very aggressively in that round. But that is later. Right now, it's Lakey getting kills, as I believe, did he see that player to his right? There he is. He's going to take him down, and some body shots to go with it. He's going to be able to defuse in the first round, going over to the Does Play All-Stars as they bring up the scoreboard. And that was an impressive round by Lakey there with the M8.
Absolutely, and he's already got his first kill streak there. It's going to be the remote-controlled explosive device, and we'll see whether or not he brings that out next round. I'm assuming he's going to save that, try and get a couple more picks off there, but he is playing very, very confidently now with that M8, and you can't blame him. He did get some very nice kills in that round. So, turning things around, we are going to see here now which player will pick up the bomb. It will be Brownie this time. He's also using the M8, if I'm not mistaken here, as they're going to be pushing towards the A-bomb site here. One player contesting them. He runs in there. That's going to be Jarzen, I believe. He gets shut down by Lakey's remote control device there, so there's going to be one down already.
Yeah, that was actually interesting. Maybe a little bit lucky, but the shock charge actually did come down from Jarzen. That's what got Brownie killed last round. And the HGXD actually set it off, which possibly just baited Jarzen into trying to push. And he pushed straight into a HGXD, and that's never what you want to do. Now, a few kills have gone down, and Beeston is actually in a 1v2 situation against Excite and Lakey. He's able to take down Lakey, but now he's in a 1v1. Excite is currently 1-0. And it's just holding over on this B side. Beeston, I believe, has a bomb.
Mission clock running down.
Sorry, he is on the defensive. It is Excite on the attack who is planning. Beeston is trying to work his way around to this side and just looking for this kill at the moment. But Excite is going to back out very, very hard.
Yeah, he's just going to sit at the back, wait for an advancement from Beeston. Beeston will be absolutely unaware where he is. And at the moment, neither player have their specialists, so it's just going to be up to them and their raw gun skillers. Excite is going to check that bomb site. He's going to run back away there and just wait to see if he can't hear the defuse coming in from Beeston. But Beeston just seriously, right now, is very scared about what might happen. And as I say that, Excite comes around the corner, shuts him down, and that is going to be 2 rounds to nothing in favour of the Does Play All-Stars here.
Yeah, Excite poking at the right time, and Beeston, he was facing the right way, but it was a submachine gun versus an M8 at that range, especially when the M8 hits first bullet. Obviously, no toughness in this game, so flinch will play a factor there. Beeston may have had the shot on, but as soon as he got hit with that first bullet from the M8, it makes you flinch quite a lot, that gun does, and it's very hard to get your aim back on once you flinch up, because usually you don't miss too many bullets after you hit the first one with that M8, but Beeston actually going down. Excite has a scope here on the defensive side, out near the water, has to drop down, but Jarzen is outside him, and he's going to be able to pick up that kill. Frenzon actually hiding behind the bomb at the moment. Lakey's going to take down Jarzen. I believe that was with a dart there, that score streak that he's able to get, and Jarzen, Frenzon, slowly pushing up here with Scrism.
As you said, yeah, very slow passive plays right now. Shots are being exchanged into the downed aircraft here as we're just going to spot Scrism just flanking around. He's heard the shot come out, but he gets shut down in the back
Baited
from
well.
Lakey.
You're the
Very
last man
nice
standing. Show me
crossfire
grace
work
under
coming
pressure.
out
Competing,
from
but we're
the
not
Does Play
done
All
yet.
Stars there as they
Bring
pick up their 3rd round. Lakey getting another 2 kills in this round, and
Dropped.
it's a good positional awareness and also, I guess, communication, being able to know where your teammates are and back them up and watch their backs for them. And that's where good communication comes
Switching
into play. So a nice couple of kills coming out of Lakey in this round once again. He's playing very well right now. 8 kills and 1 death. I believe he's actually also on a bit of a score streak, a bit of a kill streak, I should say, although that counter has been reset because of the round. I'm pretty sure he's got a couple kills in a row.
Yeah, he's going back for his HCXD again, and Gravity Spikes come out pushing very hard with an M8 as he takes down Scrism, and he's got his HCXD yet again. There's a player right next to him. Psychosis comes out. He's going to go down. Varenzon using that to his advantage there. Now, can he push onto this bomb site? Has to be a little bit passive. Beast is right next to one. He will take down Azzy. Varenzon is there. Lots of shots out. Not going to be able to pick up that kill. And now it's going to be a 1-on-2 here for Beaston. Throws the nade and has rejack, so he's going to be able to get a lot of shots on Brownie, take him down. Now 1 more. Can he get this kill? Can he just go for the defuse? Does Excite know he's on the bomb? Beaston just going straight for this one. He's actually going to get it, and Excite not poking up at the right time, and Beaston gets the 1v2 there, able to get that kill after rejack helped him out, and he's got Brownie very, very weak after he rejacked back to full health, so he was able to just hip fire and basically 1 bullet Brownie there as he was in the air, and that ninja
Switching
defuse.
operation ready
So
for
it really should have been a little bit more on the ball with that, as Beaston got the kill right on top of the bomb, so there was
Eliminate the
probably a good
objective.
chance he was going for that ninja.
We got
And
the bomb.
I mean, that's the exact situation you want to use that rejack in, and it worked out perfectly for him there. So nicely done by him, and it's got to be important that the players here recognize what other players are using in terms of their specialists. Be careful that when you kill one player, they might be able to react with rejack or something like that. So keeping that in mind is all part of the meta of the game here in Black Ops 3. But we are going to see the bomb down already with 36 seconds remaining on the clock here. Right now, a couple of players are all over on that A bomb site.
Yeah, I was just flicking through the players to see who had streaks. It's just Lakey with a HCXD at the moment. He's got that M8 out. We'll be able to pick up one. He's going to pick up the Vespa and push his way across towards this B bomb site. There's going to be a player there, and that's going to be Scrism to take him down. Varenzon takes down Brownie in the background as well, and that's going to be the players taken down. And so far, it's the Manowar there for Scrism taking that one down, but Brownie actually does have his overdrive. He was using an M8, which is a little bit interesting, but he has overdrive. He has been using a lot of subby play. That Vespa has been a favorite of his so far. He's 2-4, so maybe he'll pull it out this round. They are on the aggressive, so maybe trying to get into that A bomb site very, very quickly. Last time, though, he used overdrive to get onto a bomb site quickly. Didn't work for him real well over on Hunted, as he will be able to pick up Jarzan with the first kill of the round.
Right now, as you said, in a 2v4 situation, favouring those Does Play All-Stars there, as they have dropped a couple of rounds in a row. Beaston and Scrism right now. Scrism able to destroy the HCXD there. He's just going to be rotating and trying to back his teammate up towards this B-bomb site. Beaston just holding it there. Just being careful.
Not sure if Excite actually spotted that player going over to the other side. He may have, but if he did, he should have called that out to his teammates, and they should be going for this bomb plant, but it doesn't seem like they are just yet. They want to get these kills, and Beaston's actually run straight past the player. There was a player in the room with him, and Brownie was able to get away, get the kill on Scrism, and Beaston had to turn around and get the kill. Now he's under pressure. There's 3 players all watching different directions going into this building. They get the bomb down, and Beaston has a 1v3 that he has to get the defuse as well. A bit of a sneaky spot being used just round this corner here by one of the players. It was Lakey, but Beaston able to pick up that kill. Now, can he get this second one? As he is there, but as he gets the kill, the Manowar, I believe. Or no, I believe that actually might have been the Kuda coming up clutch for him. And yes, it was the Kuda doing the job there for Azzy with a little YY for style to pick up that final kill. And They now go a couple of rounds into the lead. 4-2, I now
Switching
believe the
sides.
score is in favour of the Does Play All-Stars.
Yeah, the YY there. He gets style points, that's for sure. But right now, 4-2 is the scoreline. Does Play All-Stars in the lead, and it is going to be Darkness Prevails going into this round as the offensive team. And they've lost that last round there, but right now we're going to see that sniper shot coming in from, I believe, Azzy. Is just going to rotate around. He brings out the Kuda, able to get one there in the water, getting shot up from two angles. Reject from Beeston, as you said, yes, but careful plays on both teams. Excite's going to be the actual first goal of the game, of the round, rather.
Yeah, that was actually good play. That's where Reject can definitely come into its own. Obviously, it has its advantages. You just come back in general, but to use it tactically is something that they did very, very well there. Beeston pushed up, knew he was going to come back, allowed his teammates to know where the enemy was going to be sitting, so they were able to pick him off nicely. And Scrism just watching this flank, wasn't able to get the kill. Jarzan will be able to find one, and now Brownie in a 1v3. He is in the water at the moment. 18 seconds left to get this clutch. Is he going to be able to find it as he does jump up near the bomb? There's player left, player right, and he's going to get taken down. 4-3 as we see the team of Darkness Prevails bringing another round back, trying to get back on these Dust Players.
That M8 there was going to be absolutely no help when you've got 3 Vespers aiming at you there. So really, there was no chance for him to get those 3 kills. But third round going for Darkness Prevails here, as they are looking to close out this series. But the thing is that Does Play All-Stars right now are using very good communication. Lakey going 10 for 5 always helps out, especially seeing that we're only in the 8th round of play here. So right now we could see here whether or not he can get a couple more kills. He's pre-firing some angles, expecting a play to be there, and he is right. However, the passive play is going to be made from Beeston coming up behind him. Could he spot one? He spots Azzy. Gets the kill on Azzy, and the second one there onto Lakey as well. And so now that's going to be the bomb down on that A-bomb site. And that is going to be has brought it into a 3v2 situation, now favouring Darkness Prevails.
Yeah, Brownie actually able to pick up one kill there on Varenzon, so they're able to get away. Brownie didn't see the player there on the staircase, even though he did try and check it at least. Is he going to see him? He is there. Brownie just jumps in front of the bullets, tries to be a meat shield for Excite, doesn't work. Scrism picks up the 2-piece. And 4-4 becomes the score. We've got a maximum of 3 rounds left in this showcase match. It's 3-3 on the scoreboard in terms of maps, and 4-4 on the scoreboard in terms of rounds here in this Search and Destroy. A best of 7 series here for this showcase match between Does Play All-Stars and Darkness Prevails. It's going to be very interesting to see how these teams play these next couple of rounds, but Brownie has his Ruin Overdrive here, M8A7 to get to the headwood quickly. We'll be able to find one, looking for the second one. Lakey, interestingly, has gravity spikes ready for himself to use as well. So this round definitely could be going in favour of the team that does play All-Stars, as Excite picks up another kill, and Varenzon and Beeston are left in a 2v4 situation, and Varenzon not having a brilliant game at the moment, 3-7 for himself.
He has been spotted out by Excite, I believe it was, and Excite's got the better weaponry at this sort of range, but he's going to be backing up here, Vrenz, and just making his way into the spawn. He needs to be careful being the last alive against 4 players, and he may have just poked around the corner. He shouldn't have poked around. He did, in fact. Excite able to pick him up there with the Vesper. He's going to be on your final kill cam here with 5-4, the round ending kill cam, I should say. 5-4 being the round count. And Excite and his squad looking a little bit stronger here in terms of the play, and obviously Brownie's little push with the overdrive was insane.
Yeah, I got to say, the thing that Varenzon with Beeston were trying to do there, Beeston was trying to flank, get a couple of kills, and allow Varenzon to push back on to where the bomb was dropped. That's their ultimate goal. They had to get that bomb back, but they couldn't just push 2v4 because they were always going to lose that gunfight, so they had to get Beeston on the flank. It didn't work out, and that left Varenzon on 1v4, and that's never going to work out well. And we see those gravity spikes finally come into play yet again. Lakey using them to good effect, and now he's got the VMP out as well. So some good work by him, and that reject coming in from Beeston, but Lakey's waiting for him to come back up. Will be able to shut him down, and Excite's taking down Jars, and now Varen's on a 1v4. Will be able to find one. Doesn't see the second one. Shots go out. Gets the tags, but not the kill. He's got the Vespa. No time to waste. He just has to try and get the kills and go for the defuse, because it didn't matter about getting the points. He gets taken down. And Excite getting the final kill of the showcase match of the stream here on twitch.tv/DoesPlay. The first Black Ops 3 stream here on the channel, and it has been definitely an extremely close game, and one that definitely will be interesting to go back over that rebroadcast and maybe have a look at how some of the best players going around are going at it, and what type of strategies are being used, how those ban and protects are being played out, especially within a series. Obviously, early on, you might be going for those AR bans, and then it could change towards the end of the series if you realise that AR ban's actually not doing that much. If we're looking to ban perks, as we saw in that final map, was the only map to get a perk ban in the entire series. But I've got to say, it was a very, very interesting for the first time I've casted here for Black Ops 3, and I believe first time you've casted Black Ops 3 as well yourself, Milboss.
Yeah, absolutely it is, and it's been an enjoyable experience, and we've seen some pretty awesome stuff, so I can't complain at all, and I'm exceptionally excited to see what the future holds for both DoesPlay, ESL, whatever events are on. It's going to be an amazing year for Call of Duty, so I just can't wait to get into more competitive matches. Yeah,
it's going to be an extremely fun year, both playing, both casting, spectating. Everything around Call of Duty has definitely stepped up a notch, and everyone involved is extremely excited, because I think we all know how good this year is going to be, and how much that all of this new sort of all this new meta has brought to the game. Obviously, all the guns being a lot more balanced than previous years, a lot more options coming out, bans and protects also forcing players maybe onto guns that they're not 100% comfortable with using. That forces players to be versatile in what they want to do, and also the specialists, working out what you want to do with them. I thought at the start that Lakey taking gravity spikes using an M8, not what you really would expect, but he used it to good effect. He was able to just get into one room, get one player down, and a lot of players, they get those gravity spikes and they go, oh, I need to get a big kill. I need to have 3 people in a room and try and get them all down. But if you have a guaranteed kill on someone, why not take it, make it a 3v4, and then you've got an AR in a powerful position on the map. And that's exactly what he did. So just little things like that there within the general gameplay of the game is going to be extremely interesting to see, not only in Search and Destroy, but obviously Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, Uplink. I'm keen to see what game types are going to be there in the final rotations when they start to flesh out a full rule set here for this game. But I definitely expect all 4 of those game modes to definitely have an impact on this game, and I really sincerely hope that Capture the Flag is kept in, because it is one of my more favoured game types, and it's definitely was extremely fun to watch, even though it wasn't extremely high paced. It was just a tactical game between 2 teams that really needed those caps.
Absolutely, and people have been talking about these picks and bans over the course of the past few months as things have been released slowly. And one of the important things is to note, a lot of players were saying, hey, it's not going to make a difference. Hey, like the same picks and bans are going to be made every match. But I got to say, I think we only saw 2 consistent picks and bans over the course of this series. And I know it's not the most competitive match we're going to see all year, but I think an important thing to notice is even the picks and bans are being spread around across all aspects of the game. We saw the 3-shot assault rifle, not the M8, I can't remember what it's called.
The XR2 got banned.
XR2, that's
M8
it. That got
came
banned
out,
a lot.
then the M8 got banned, XR2 came out. They were both left up one game.
Exactly. So like
it was very interesting to see. I also was very interested to see is a player like Azzy, who is very, very strong with a gun like the Man-O-War, but when that got banned away, he seemed to want to go for the more automatic assault rifle rather than the burst fire, and he was
Yep.
forced onto a gun that he probably hasn't used a lot. So that's something that a lot of players are going to have to learn about their opponents. So it's going to be, going over streams, going over, watching grand finals and watching
VODs and
anything that if you didn't make it in that particular competition, tune in, watch the stream, find out what the other team is using, and also just in terms of scrims, they're going to be more important than ever, and even hiding things in scrims, not showing what you're going to ban, what you're going to pick all the time in scrims, maybe, changing it up and having something in your back pocket that the other team might not expect, in terms of not just the picks and bans, just in terms of general strategy as well with the specialists and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is what's going to put Call of Duty on similar levels as that of League of Legends and Counter-Strike. And you look at Counter-Strike, and yes, there are preferred weapons like the AWP and like the AK-47 and whatnot, but when there's in a certain situation where players can't buy those weapons, they have to be comfortable with the other weapons. And that's what this pick and ban system does in Black Ops 3, is it means when players are more comfortable with one weapon, they need to learn how to use other weapons just in case that gets banned. So I think it adds definitely a really good meta to the game that's going to change the way players think about which weapons they use, because as I've said before, for the past 2 years at least in Call of Duty, we've seen the same weapons being used, whether it be in Ghost with the MTAR starting off as the only SMG people used, and the Remington sort of thing. Now we're not seeing that anymore, and it's exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm very, very keen to play, to cast, to spectate, everything to do with Black Ops 3 this year, and hopefully everyone else is as well. On that note, if you do want to compete and you're not 100% sure how, it's on the screen right in front of you. Go check it out, DoesPlay.com. Obviously, this was a Does Play stream. We put it on the showcase match. We want to show you exactly what competitive is going to be like, especially in our Pro Series, which will be starting up on Monday. So guys, go sign up to that. It will be premium only. There are a lot of other free events that you guys can play in as well. DoesPlay.com/events, and you can see every event that we run on all platforms and regions as well. Also, go check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/DoesPlay, and follow us on Twitter at DoesPlayCom. And if you want to follow Call of Duty specifically, at DoesPlayANZ COD there for that one. So, guys, make sure to go check out all of that. Also, this VOD will be uploaded to YouTube. It is youtube.com/DoesPlayCom, and give this channel a follow, twitch.tv/DoesPlay. So just go follow us on social media, get around it, because we're going to be streaming fairly regularly. We're going to try and put up a lot more content throughout Black Ops 3, and hopefully a lot more enjoyable comps for you all to play. So make sure to get in touch with us and play all of our comps. But for tonight, guys, it has been a pleasure bringing you the first cast and first stream here on the Does Play channel for Black Ops 3. It was a victory 4-3 to the Does Play All-Stars, as we planned it before the game started. But guys, it was an extremely fun game to watch, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you've got any feedback for either the stream production, for us casting, for whatever you guys want, make sure to tweet at us, or tweet at me at lockdog_AU, and tell us what you think. If there's anything we can improve, then definitely we want to do that as much as possible. For now, guys, we are going to go offline, and hopefully we will be back on Monday with some more Call of Duty action with the Does Play Pro Series.